Ooh. Hello. Give me 1 second. The wind was banging on the door. That would have drove me crazy. So yeah, we got a big old windstorm here today. As well as rain. And yeah, I don't know if it knocked over a transformer or something, but there was a few explosions about a half an hour ago. Explosions or something large falling over. Either way. So, we got these bread snacks again. I had them a while ago, but they went bad on me. And I saw them at Safeway, I think. They were, I think, just over $1 each. I found these 5-pack for $3. It's mee goreng, except it's a new brand that I've never heard of before. Still from Indonesia, like Indomie. But this is mee sedap. Don't know what that means. Mee goreng, right here. It says right in the corner. Fried noodles. Honey barbecue. Extra honey barbecue. I thought it was hot honey. I don't know what I was thinking. And the dollar store coffee crisp and ice coffee, cold brew coffee crisp. So we got a few things to try today. And there's 3 flavors of this fried noodle. We're only trying the one fried noodle today. The other is, what is it? Grilled chicken or chicken wings? I don't remember. And the other is spicy special or spicy tasty. It was a weird name. I was like, why? Me goreng, you goreng. We all goreng for noodle goreng. Thanks for that, Drew. So I think this just says, like, the typical stir your stuff together in a bowl separately. Take away water, drain. Mix cooked noodles with seasoning. Spread the fried onion and noodle is ready to be served. Yeah, I added a little bit of water to it to help mix it, and it's still super duper sticky. So yeah, the noodles are good. But I think I like Indomie better. It's not that there's anything particularly wrong with this one. It is a little bit spicy, probably a little bit more spicy than Indomie. But Indomie's got like a very, very craveable flavor. This is a very similar flavor, but without, I don't know what it is that makes it super duper craveable about Indomie. It's still good though. I would not complain. And I'm not complaining. I just like Indomie better. Dollar, yes. I did try and get the what was it? For Fun? The For Fun bar? They don't have it. I did see it like 2 weeks ago, but either it sold out, and like you were saying, they don't have it anymore because there was a problem with it, with the packaging, I believe you said. But they don't have it. I don't know where I was going with that. But yeah, the other one is cold brew. Did Coffee Crisp get longer? Oh, it's a mega. Because yeah, I thought they were like this big. It's a big bar. And this feels a lot more square. Like a giant wafer, and this like feels like it's rounded at the top at least. This feels very square. Anyways, noodles are gone. I usually have yeah, they are a little bit spicier than just the regular Indomie or the mee goreng. Not mee goreng, Lucky Me. And I bought the spicy one too. I usually have it with either a fried egg or some pan-fried chicken. Take my leftover chicken and fry up the chickens. I feel like I keep lowering my camera and it keeps raising up. So we got some weird flavored bread. I don't know if you can read these. This is red caviar, which, what is red caviar? Like salmon caviar is red? I don't know what else. Crab. I love crab, so hopefully that's good. And sour cream bread chunks. Yum, yum, yum. Do we want to start with the disappointment, the honey barbecue, or do we want to leave the honey barbecue till later? What do you think? Honey garlic or, I don't know, caviar? Safeway supermarkets are in Canada. They're in UK as well. Yeah, they There is slightly different items in each of them, but like, yeah, they're pretty much worldwide. I think they're in Australia too. Yeah, it's supposed to rain all week. I don't know if it's supposed to blow like this all week, but yeah, I guess we'll start with the caviar. I'm pretty sure I got these at the I got these before at the, what the hell is it called? The Ukrainian supermarket. Where are these from? They're not from Ukraine. I did see on one of them. What is product of Ukraine? This one is anyways. Thought it said Poland on it. Yeah, product of Ukraine. Alright. Yeah, I don't know. Safeway was a much bigger company before Sobeys. I think Safeway bought up Sobeys because I think it was owned by Irving, and Irving sold out Safeway. Or Sobeys, rather. Sorry. Alright. Caviar. Really crunchy. I don't know if you heard that. I couldn't hear anything other than the crunching. Strangely sweet. How do I describe that? Yeah, that's crazy sweet. Sugars. There's only 3 grams for a half a bag. But it doesn't taste like caviar at all. It tastes like I don't know, kind of like a vanilla. Sunflower oil, complex food additive, red caviar. It actually has red caviar in it. Weird. Salt, glucose, sugar, flavoring agents, flavoring aroma. It doesn't really smell like anything. Made from rye bread, though. That one's a little bit fishy. Like, it's for something that's supposed to be savory. It comes across almost like a vanillan sort of flavor. MSG, paprika. Yeah, there isn't a whole lot in it. Weird. It's not bad. But it's almost like a blonde Oreo without the icing. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting. Like that, not really bland, but unsweetened or not super sweet, very dry biscuit. Except it's rye. And it actually has caviar in it. It's super weird. Whoa. That has a smoky smell to it. Where is the English? Kustostad. Yeah, no, that's not English. Oh. They printed one on it. Crab toast. Wheat flour, rye flour, salt pressed yeast, refined deodorized sunflower oil, crab 6%, crystalline hydrated food glucose, maltodextrin, salt, sugar, flavor enhancers, MSG, flavoring agents, and more sunflower oil. Weird. Okay. That is a lot more savory umami-ness. It really smells like kind of like bacon dippers, but there's no smoky flavor to it. But it is almost like buttery crab. It does contain crab, which is odd. It's odd that it's shelf stable and it contains crab. I have had before, what was it, Lucky Fortune snacks? I think they're Malaysian. And that had dried crab in it. That was really fucking good. Hey, JP. We got a real grab bag of stuff here. Look how red that one is. No, it actually says crab. Crab, 6%. Which is weird. It's weird that there's crab in it. Because you could just make it, you know, with not crab. It is very umami and kind of buttery. But it smells smoky. Without being any smoke in it at all. Weird. So dry. You missed the noodle portion. We had mee goreng to start with. Sour cream and herb. All right. rye flour, pressed yeast, refined deodorized sunflower oil. I don't know why that's hilarious, but yeah, sunflower oil can be smelly. Complex food additive, sour cream with herbs, 6%. That must mean something that like I don't understand. Something lost in translation. Flavor and aroma enhancers, MSG, disodium inosate, acidity regulator, lactic acid, calcium lactate, citric acid, anti-caking agent. Ooh. Curcumin dye. I don't even know what that is. Interesting. Hey. Thanks, Elijah. That's awesome. Isn't imitation crab made out of pollock or char? It is, 100% it is. Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with you there. It says additive crab something 6%. And I'm guessing there's something lost in translation that makes that, like, it can't be. It can't be real crab, although it is tasty. But yeah, imitation crab is pollock that is flavored by stock made from boiled crab carcasses, like the shells. So they boil the shells to get the crab flavor out of them. And then they infuse that flavor somehow into the pollock or cook it in the crab shell juice. So, yeah, imitation crab does actually have some amount of crab in it, but it is the meat of another fish. Yeah, this is I got this at Safeway as well. Mi sedap. It is from Indonesia. It's not Indomie, but it is just another type of mee goreng. Can I stream drinking alcohol? You can, yeah. Why do you ask? I have done it before, but yeah, just beer and not to like excess. Are you asking is it possible or if I'm going to do it? Because yeah, I've been not drinking, which is why I don't have beer. You're 51 and you've never had real crab? I'd say you're not missing out on much, but you kind of, it depends on the crab. Like, I'm not a big fan of, like, blue crab or peaky toe or anything like that. It's a lot of work for very little meat. Whereas when you get into, like, really nice, snow crab, that's pretty good. King crab is exceptional. Dungeness crab's pretty good. That's kind of like almost the borderline of where it's the amount of work versus the amount of food you get out of it. You're hitting the margins of you know, why bother? Because blue crab's so small. The amount of work it is to get a small amount of food out of that is it's obnoxious. These are really good. I've seen people do beer reviews on YouTube and alcohol on YouTube, and I think it works with a bigger audience because I do think they do throttle it a little bit. But on live stream, I don't think they can keep up with live stream as much, unless somebody's like deliberately tattling on you. But yeah, I would do it on a live stream versus doing a video on it. It kind of is a ditch. It's a canal. I believe it's a man-made canal. I'm not entirely sure though. It's been there for a long time. I don't even know the name of it. But it's been there as long as these buildings have been here. But yeah, Airdrie is known for its canals. And I'm not entirely sure if they're man-made canals or if they are... like some of them got to be natural canals. Or is a canal naturally man-made? It sounds like something that's man-made. Anyways, there's crawfish in it. And little fish. There's definitely little fish because I get heron. Or cranes. I think it's a heron though. Anyways, out here fishing. Really interesting to see. They pick out like little fish. They're probably like, I don't know, 4 or 5 inches long. But then again, I'm in landlocked, living in the middle of Canada, so it'd be expensive and really not easily available. Yeah, the only reason I can get them here is because we have such large Asian markets. You can get them fresh. You can get them frozen, which surprisingly isn't much cheaper. But yeah, you can get live. I can get live crabs. And actually, I can get them at the superstore down the street, and they're not horribly expensive. About $30 a pound. They're about 2 to 3 pound Dungeness. At this time of year, you might get Dungeness. They'd be old though. Yeah. So yeah, you can probably get a crab for $50. Yeah, live streaming can get away with a lot more. As long as you don't post it later. Some people do. Canals are indeed man-made. Like the Suez Canal. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But then there's like the canals in Italy. But I think those are made because of man-made flooding. Is that right? Might not be right. Yeah, crawfish, crayfish. They're there. Somebody told me they're there. My buddy asked me if I wanted to borrow his traps, because I've got a larger section over here that I could dump traps in, but I really don't want to chuck them in. Also, the kids are always throwing like shit in the canal, like bikes and shopping carts and scooters and shit. People magnet fish off the little bridge I got nearby. It's pretty funny. Not funny because they're actually pulling shit out, but nothing good. Mostly shopping carts and bikes and stuff like that. These ones are really good. You can get a hold of these, the sour cream and herb. I'm just mindlessly fucking eating over here. Yeah, those ones are really good. So is Sunday a better day? I'm trying to figure out this whole live streaming thing. Or is like a weeknight a better deal? Because I know it's summer and people are doing summer-like things. I was pretty sure it was gonna sleet today, or it was sleeting when I went out getting groceries. I was at Superstore and the rain that was hitting me was like, it was very icy. When it rains here, I know on the East Coast, when it rains, it's not always cold, but sometimes it's even warm, like where it'll be like in the summer and you get like a day where it's you know, like 20-25 degrees and it rains and it's actually warm rain and it feels like a warm shower. It's a really interesting experience. But here in Alberta, when it rains, it is the coldest of showers. Because the water is like cooled from the mountains in the clouds and pushed over, and it comes over and it is so fucking cold. You never have a warm shower here. And yeah, if it's really warm and you get one of these icy things that come through, icy moisture that come through, all the hot air coming up and releasing dust into the atmosphere, you get crazy lightning storms and occasional tornadoes. Not very big tornadoes, but we do get tornadoes. What's better for me? Usually Saturday. Yesterday, I spent the entire day on that Arby's video. Because it was an hour of driving. But, you know, I was done the video by like, I want to say 7 o'clock. But there was like this really cool shot where like you can see it's all pixelated. And it kept getting pixelated in different and more interesting ways each time. I just kept doing it over and over again, trying to like pulling it out, reshaping it, and trying to get it to like not pixelate, and it pixelated every time. And I don't know if it's because it's compressing it in the render, because it's going from 4K or actually 5K with this camera, and dumbing it down to like 1K, especially essentially 1080p. So it shouldn't do that though. It really shouldn't, because it's not zoomed in. It's not like all expanded out. Like the pixels should still be nice and tight, but for whatever reason, it just it drags and looks awful. And yeah, I just spent the next like 4 hours trying to fix that problem. So I was up until like 12:30. I was gonna live stream at like whatever 7 or 8 o'clock last night. Once I got that video done and ready to go, I was actually gonna do a video yesterday and then have the one that I scheduled for the morning come out in the morning, but it was already 12:30 or 12:40 by the time I completely finished, and it was still broken, and I scheduled it for this morning instead of whatever else I had. So yeah, not my intention. It was supposed to be 2 videos this weekend, but yeah, if you push them too close together, one of the videos will get sacrificed because I don't have a large enough audience that cares to watch enough of it for YouTube to bother picking it up and pushing it out a second video a second time. Like, what's his name there? Moist Critical can make a video an hour and still hit every time because he's got a large enough audience. But so what the algorithm does when you watch a video, it helps me. My subscriber count has nothing to do with that. The only thing that actually helps is the amount of people that watch it. So say 7 people watch it, the algorithm actually picks it up and throws it out to another 7 people per view. And I believe it's 7, and I don't know if it's still 7. It doesn't feel like that anymore. But that's essentially what it does, is you watch it, and then YouTube takes that number and throws that number out to, it was 7 other people. I think it's probably less now. And it has the, that possibility of being shown to a wider audience. So it gets all the push notifications, and then after the push notifications, that's how the exponential growth happens, is that it gets pushed out to a wider audience. And it does better. Yeah, the people that say, the subscriber count helps us a great deal. It helps absolutely nobody. The subscriber count means absolutely nothing. All it does, all it does is inflate the ego of the person that has the account. But what really matters is the notifications, is that it gets sent out to the notifications and you have people that actually give a shit enough to watch. So the people that, like, if you're subscribed or not, and you come back again and watch again, that's the most important thing, not how many subscribers you have. Anyways, I'm fucking rambling. Good old shopping carts and stolen bikes. Yes. I don't know about stolen bikes, but 100% the shopping carts. Like, you'll see the teenagers. There is absolutely nothing for the teenagers to do in this little town. So they get in fights, steal stuff, do drugs, drink, fights, and racing cars and scooters and shit. So yeah, they do dumb stuff like throw shit in the canals. So it's hot in the winter peg right now. It was super hot here last week. Really, really, really hot. I think we started creeping in on possibly rain on Friday night. It wasn't supposed to. No, Thursday. Thursday it came in early because I brought my hearse to work, and it was 0% chance of rain all day, and then when I got off work, I think it was at like 15% chance of rain and or possibility of thunderstorms, and at 28 degrees. So it was going to be thunderstorms if it did rain. And And yeah, people wanted to talk to me after work about the car because, yeah, it's a fucking ridiculous car, and I can't blame them. It is a ridiculous car. I would 100% stop me and talk to me. But yeah, they and I wanted to get going because I didn't want to get stuck in the rain with a car that stalls when it gets wet. Good, you got horsey sauce this time. Yeah, I got horsey sauce last time. It was the Arby's sauce I didn't get the time before, and I can do without that. The horsey sauce is really fucking good. I like that shit. That was exceptional. Mayonnaise and horseradish. That's exceptional. Yeah, I had it. No notes, Arby's. That's good shit. And I think the Arby's sauce is like a catch. I don't even think it's ketchup. It's like kind of like a watered down HP sauce. Like it's a lighter in color. So it's mixed with something else to water it down, but it still has that pungent medicine-y herbal flavor. Like, yeah, it tastes like Chinese medicine. Yeah, that's the best way to describe that. Brown sauce tastes like Chinese medicine. I love Arby's roast beef and cheddar bathed in horsey sauce. I think either you need a tub of that cheese goo or horsey sauce. The horsey sauce, I'm more than happy with the horsey sauce. And somebody just left me a message. We're getting a Arby's in the northwest of Calgary, which is probably going to be easier than me going to the mall, unless I'm going to the mall after work, because going on the weekend or on Friday is just, it's fucking bad news, man. It's always busy, and well, it's always busy around the food court because they have such a big food court, and everybody's going there for food. Even if you like, because there's a large industrial area that surrounds this mall, so a lot of people work there. So even if I do go, there is still a lot of people going there just to eat. So yeah, it's not ideal, especially trying to get out with hot food that I'd like to review. Are you doing all your editing and compressing on a PC or a Mac? I am on PC. I do not do anything on Macintosh-like devices. I am Android and PC. And yeah, I'm actually on I think it's about a 10-year-old gaming laptop. It's actually faster than the PC I had that I burnt out because yeah, the video card is so much better, and the video card allows me to actually see the video better. And like, I don't know, I have to take a lot of breaks. Like, I'll sit down and I'll start doing something, and then I have to like get up and think, and I think best on my feet and or walking, so I'll start pacing. And it's not necessarily that I have to do that. I find it hard to sit still sometimes. like you may see me shaking a little bit. My legs are going all the time. I'm constantly I'm a stressful person to be around. I haven't watched the Arby's video yet. We'll watch after a while. Yeah, no worries. I don't expect everybody to watch every single thing. It's yeah, I put it out because I think somebody may want to watch it. And like, it, what was it? Yeah, Friday. I think I mulled over the idea of doing an Arby's video. I'm like, well, this is out. Should I do just this, or should I do a couple things, or should I just do the gyro? And then I finally compiled a list in my head and went over there. I actually thought there was like a jalapeno loaded fries, but yeah, my brain just, I've really got to start making lists, taking notes, and because like I do some background research and then I don't write anything down. I just go and do it. It's like, okay, I have all these things in my head, and then I have too many things in my head because I start thinking of jokes and whatnot. Like, okay, I should try and do this. I should try and do that. Oh, I should try and film this angle. I should try and do this. I should try and do that. So the amount of things that actually go through my head that end up filtering out or falling out by the time I end up doing something is incredible. But if I took all those notes and I ended up doing everything, like shooting everything the way I wanted it to, like that Arby's video was, I think, 50 minutes long. 50 minutes before editing. And before all of the extra angles, I was filming about, what was it? About 20 minutes. And like, if I really hammered down, I could get it done in like 3 hours. But sometimes I can get through like that hour in like 3 hours, 4 hours. But yeah, it's difficult sometimes. Because especially when, like, because I don't show my face, I can have my hands doing one thing and the audio doing something else. Because I can just cut right in and you don't actually see that my mouth isn't moving at all. Or I'm chewing, which is hilarious. And it works out for me, but I don't know. I wonder if YouTube considers it a view if you watch it at 2 times speed. It does. It compresses the watch time. So if the watch time is 4 minutes and you watch at 2 times speed, it's only counts as 2 minutes of watch time. So yeah, in case you wanted to know what, it does consider it a view. Even if you turn around, if you watch 1 minute, you stop, go do something else or watch other videos, and then you come back, it'll actually count that as another view. So yeah, it's actually watch time that counts more than actual views. And yeah, I looked into the SEO scammers, which this is probably only interesting to me and possibly Drew or whoever else is here that may be making videos. Yeah, I looked into SEO scammers, and essentially what they do is they give you a bunch of bullshit SEO, and then they view farm you to a group. So they send a link to a group. They watch for just long enough for it to count as a view, which is like 10 seconds, I believe. And I think somebody was saying it has to be minimum 30, but they crashed my views to like 5, like on a 10-minute video, they crashed it to, I think, 10 seconds. But he's like, yeah, you're guaranteed to get whatever, 1,000 views. Yeah, I'm guaranteed because you view farmed it. Because I can actually go through my analytics and find out exactly where they came from. And they came from India, and they did not come from search. They came from a shared link. So I was able to, figure that out. And he's like, yeah, pay me. I'm like, yeah, fuck yourself. You killed a video on purpose, and that video still gets absolutely no views. It's actually a permanently tanked video because of that experiment I ran. So yeah, views don't count worth a shit. It's actually watch time. I noticed the big YouTubers have started saying, please comment and share the video. Apparently the two things help engagement and get more views. Yes, sharing 100%. But sharing with the right audience. So like, say you shared with your sister and she does not find me hilarious and she only watches for 10 seconds, that actually hurts me more than it helps me. But if you shared it with your friend who who would possibly think that I am funny even though he doesn't like junk food, that does more for me than it would sharing it with somebody that's just going, who's this no-face guy? You know what I mean? But yeah, the comments help a lot, and the likes help a lot. So they say. But yeah, it's really, it's all down to the watch time. The watch time, because what YouTube really wants is somebody to be watching for longer on a video. So actually a longer video that gets more watch time. So if you have a 2-minute video that's watched for the entire 2 minutes, that won't do as well as a 10-minute video that only gets 3 minutes of views or view time. Makes no sense, but that's because yeah, there was somebody, was it the Spiffing Brit? There's somebody that likes to break shit, and he made an hour-long video where it was like packed up front, and then the back end of it was like not garbage, but it wasn't as good. So the last like 6 minutes, and he's like, okay, so for the first week, this is going up. Share it with as many people and watch as much of it as you can, because I'm getting rid of like the first 50 minutes of this video. So the watch time ends up being like 400% because he has like all of this watch time over and above the 6 minutes that's on there. So he shortened it down, and YouTube killed that. Can't do that anymore. Last 2 weeks, all temps above 30. Woo. Yeah, I heard it's going to be really hot this summer for like all across North America. You're going to get the AC fixed on the hearse. No. There's much more pressing matters in that car than AC. But I do believe, I haven't done a leak test, but I do believe it is a fully sealed system. Like it, and the fan works and the compressor still turns and it doesn't make that awful sound. There's just nothing in it. So I'm guessing if you do put the correct Freon in it, it should run proper AC, but it's no, I don't care enough. I just don't. That engine at least needs the top resealed. The what are they called? Rocker covers? Yeah, they need to be resealed. They're leaking. Also, the valves probably need to be resealed. The engine's not in the healthiest of shape right now, but it's also not in unhealthy shape either. Like it runs fine, but it's like the seals are getting upset. I'm doing a couple of videos coming up of conquering my few dislikes. First one is black licorice. Are you doing like candy black licorice, or are you doing Dutch black licorice? Because Dutch black licorice, that's like That's like chewing tobacco. That shit is fucked up. Arby's sauce reminds me of A1 sauce that's gone bad. Yeah, it is a lot more runny, isn't it? Probably the anchovies that are in the HP sauce. Is it? Because I thought it was the herbs that they use in it. Because yeah, they're like super old world herbs that are in the A1. Might be the mace. I don't remember. I don't remember what it is, but there's something in it that makes it weird. Also, mushroom ketchup and HP are very, very similar. Except mushroom ketchup is like pure liquid. These are really red compared to the bag. How can you dislike black licorice? Easily. Very easily. Best ice cream is orange and licorice. Isn't that tiger sauce or something? Tiger cream? What is that called? Oh wow, that Bronco is orange. An old Bronco. Bronco 1, not a Bronco 2. Hell, when you dropped the Arby's video, I was like, yay! Ever try and storyboard and plan your videos? Yes. My first videos were heavily scripted. I actually have a lot of the original scripts. They were all like my my cooking videos are all scripted. So yeah, I'd write out like 6 to 12 pages, and yeah, they would be all voiced over and add music and stuff, and yeah, writing is one thing, and then like talking is a completely other thing. But yeah, if I do the history ones, those are going to be almost completely scripted, or at least heavily noted. Yeah, these are barbecue chips. There. You know what they do remind me of, though? Fucking Ringlows. If this was on those Ringlows, they would taste right. But being on a potato chip, it doesn't taste the same as that thick crunchiness that's on the Ringlow. And I think Ringlows are just a thick potato starch ringy thing. Hey, Ben. Is that like adding multi-hashtags to your videos? What are you talking about, JP? The hashtags. So there's tags and then there's hashtags. Hashtags will bring up, and I think you're only allowed 5. You can put in more, but they call it hashtag bombing, and it'll wipe all of your hashtags off. So by putting in a hashtag, it puts you into a certain bracket that will push out to certain people that are searching under that category. And then there's tags. And tags are search phrases. So if it's like Arby's beef and cheddar review, and you search that in, it should bring up my video if I've had that search set. And then past the tags will be your description. So if you put in search something whatever Arby's drive-through, and I have in the description that today I'm going through the Arby's drive-through. That will be a secondary search item. So you'll go through a bunch of other things, and if a bunch of people have watched my video and there's good engagement on it, that will come up before another video of an Arby's drive-through that doesn't have good engagement or search. Hopefully that makes sense. Valve covers. Okay. Yes. That is where the valves are. Yeah, those are an easy job, but I'm getting also not blow by, because it doesn't really burn oil until it sits. So it sits and then oil is leaking into the combustion chamber somehow when it sits. So I turn it off and then I go away for 20 minutes, half hour. Then I get oil going into combustion. So it's leaking past the rings, I guess. And going into the combustion chamber. And then when I start up, there's a bit of blue, and then that's it. Doesn't smoke after that. So there are all sorts of problems. Candy to start the all sorts mix. Oh, I don't mind those. The licorice isn't too strong in those. They're my mom used to like them, and some of them I liked and some of them I don't like. And you just kind of have to eat them to get your way through them. But yeah, the Dutch stuff, if you've never had the Dutch stuff, oh my god, it's awful. It's so fucking strong. Tiger ice cream? It's called Tiger? I thought it was just called Tiger. Hey, Chris. Just noticing here, I'm so far behind because I keep rambling. I can't remember the last time I ate at Arby's. I think it was before I moved to the desert. We used to go to a sad Arby's in Washington, like the location time forgot. Old ceiling tiles, kind of dark inside. I kind of like those old locations. I was on a work trip. I think that's where Chris found me, is when I was on a work trip. But I do Google reviews all the time. I don't release my Google account because I don't want people following me, because I do reviews on everything. They're fucking hilarious, though. My reviews on Google are, some of them are more funny than anything I've done here. Like that time I went to Callaway Park. You probably don't know what Callaway Park is, but it's like a small-time amusement park that used to be a Flintstones themed park here in Calgary, or it was on the outside of Calgary. It's now like in Calgary. But yeah, I went there, and it was with my girlfriend and her two nieces and her brother. Her brother's a fucking twat. But anyways, went there, and it was like there was so many fucking obnoxious little kids screaming and annoying, and like I was playing it cool, but I was not having fun. For whatever, the $60 admission fee, there is sweet fuck all for adults to do other than look after your children. Cotton candy and popcorn for lunch was the highlight of my annoyance. But yeah, I said behind whatever ride, I'd like to go into the rock garden and grab two of the jankiest rocks I can find and do a vasectomy myself. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh, I found a Dairy Queen that was lost in the past somewhere in North Saskatchewan. I was going, who was it? Tabernacle there. I was going to Yorkton from Airdrie. So along the way there somewhere, there was a DQ that time had forgotten. There was wood panels on the walls, and I think there was still tube TVs. I took about 1,000 pictures. Fucking, and the J-man that was with me, he was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And I'm like, "Let me cook." I do food reviews, and this place was just fucking golden. Absolutely golden. Like, they hadn't changed that place probably late 80s, early 90s. It still had the greenhouse on it. Yeah. Super old school DQ. And, like, no upgrades on the inside. And it was still in all, like, really nice shape. So, yeah, I was very excited about that. Elijah says, "Hey, Chris." Hey, yes. And Ben says, "Just about to begin my big grocery shop, so I'll be hanging out for a while. Just cramming down some A&W. What did you get at A&W, Mr. Ben? Did you get the smash burger that's not very smashed and everybody's all excited about it? Not excited about it. They're upset about it. Some guy was like, there's a lot of butthurt fuckheads on Reddit. That place can be hilarious and both septic. There's a bunch of people angry at me over A&W on Reddit, and there's a bunch of people mad at me over Tim Hortons on Reddit, because both of those posts did fairly well. They're in like the 3,000 to 4,000 range. So you get people that like are just upset that you exist when you start getting over like 1,000 views on Reddit. But yeah, somebody was like, "Yeah, there needs to be a class action lawsuit over the smash burger because it wasn't smashed and you're paying more for it to be smashed and it's the exact same thing, but it's smashed." And I'm like, dude, there is no fucking way the Canadian court is taking up a fucking class action lawsuit over a smash burger. Like, I don't care how autistic you are. Not enough. Just not enough. But like, you have to like prove that for a class action lawsuit to hold up like that, you would have to prove that every other time you went to fast food, it has always lived up to your expectations. That is never the case. Never. When? It's fucking fast food. Like, you're there for a quick and easy meal and maybe something weird and exciting. You're not there to point out the finer points of their hollandaise sauce, even though that's kind of sort of what I do as a YouTube video. You're not fucking taking that to court. There is no court that would ever hold that up. Nobody is going to waste any amount of time over the loss of $8 fucking dollars. There is not enough $8 out there. Like, if you did that more than once, that's your problem. Even if you took your whole family and lost $100, how many other people that have lost $100 are there going to be for it to be a class action lawsuit? You're a fucking idiot. But anyways, he called me stupid and I blocked him. Old Dutch barbecue corn chips are great. Are the Ringlows corn chips? Because, yeah, I don't know. When I was a kid, they were so much better. The ones that I had, whatever it was, I think 2 years ago, when I did that video that just came out, that was 2 years ago, those sucked. That was a fresh bag too. Like, it wasn't a bag that sat around. I specifically searched out that bag for that. I'm gonna need to get some chocolate in me because I'm talking too much and my throat is getting dry. I'm getting all antsy in the pantsy. So what I need? Coffee flavored snack. It smells more wafery than it does chocolatey. Okay. JP. Okay. I believe I meant tags then. And I still don't understand what you're asking. I hope I answered it. But this is bitter as fuck. This tastes like burnt. Yeah. It just tastes burnt. Not even a burnt cup of coffee. Just a burnt cereal, burnt rice maybe? Burnt. Sorry if you saw that. I mostly search for fast food napkin reviews. Excellent. Yes. I know I have too many ideas, but yeah, I've had the idea of just going through and making a separate channel and just doing like an absolutely obtuse napkin review channel. And I'm like, that's a lot of work for a joke most people are going to appreciate. Hey Sally, I'm just noticing you're here. I'm so far behind on the comments. I'm so sorry, everybody. I'm an awful person. If the oil is leaking into your combustion, it's rings. So it needs rings, pistons, and probably a hone. Yeah, no, I don't care enough. The car's still running. And it runs fairly smooth. So I don't care. But by the time you do everything that you would need to do, which I don't know, I'm sure you could. I'm not doing it in a parking lot of a apartment building. And my buddy who has the garage moved away, so not doing it there either. So by the time you factor in a shop, you're better off just buying another engine that runs. As well as valves. Yes. It needs a rebuild. At least top end rebuild. Hey, Drew's Reviews had German salted licorice years ago, and that was an experience. Hey Chris, I'd like to work my way up to Swedish and salted licorice. I'm getting all drooly now from the burnt sugar. That was awful. Yeah, you were recording in a hotel room. Yeah, I think I have like 2 more of those, and I think they're probably gonna stay hidden because the video quality was so bad, and yeah, they're kind of pointless videos. What was it? I think I reviewed Crave and everything Walmart had, all of the Walmart like $1 meals. So like, honestly, who gives a shit? Nobody's missing that. I think I got out everything that was pressing at the time, which was, I think it was like the Taco Hot Pockets and Havoc Snacks. Havoc Snacks, I don't understand why that didn't take off more. I'm pretty sure I was like one of the first to the gates on that one. But also, I don't think they really took off much as a snack. Also, those what are they called? The Bimbo chips. I have no idea what they're called. I saw them, like, displays of them, and only for a short while, like a month or two. Haven't seen them at all. They had great looking packaging. I didn't try them at all though. What the fuck is this? Okay. Thing for tomorrow. Oh, Sally, you know Elijah? Interesting. There's an old Flintstones park in Valley, Arizona that you can find videos of. It's apparently been updated to Raptor Ranch. Yeah, I can't remember what they did with the Flintstones theme, but like you can tell some of it is like not Fraggle Rock. What is it called? Bedrock? Yeah, Bedrock. Like has that like foam rock sort of appeal to it. You have 2 DQ shacks in your city. Yeah, we got 3 here. And there's no ridges. No ridges. That's so much better. That Java Crunch sucks. Yeah, I kind of want to do like which location is the best here for Dairy Queen and Wendy's. I know Wendy's has a massive difference in their ones. The Dairy Queen, I go to the good one. I always go to the good one. The McDonald's, I almost always go to the bad one. And Tim Hortons, they're all bad. Every single one of them. So it doesn't really matter. The latest one I went to was the closest one to me. That lady there is so hard to understand. And then having that speaker being broken while I was there. Holy Jesus Christ, that was awful. That was so bad. It was like a broken speaking spell. Yeah, I want coffee. 2 beef peri-peris and a Nashville Cruncher. I don't think I've had their Nashville burger for a super long time. Yeah, buddy, you gotta go sue A&W and let us know how that goes. Yeah, dude. Fucking ridiculous. When Reddit became mainstream, it went downhill. Yeah, it angers me a lot of days, but on the other hand, when I want to promote a video, it's semi-helpful some of the time, because at least the people there like my videos more than they like Jesse's. Anyways, I don't even think he posts on Reddit anymore, or he blocked me there too, which is also a possibility. Yeah, if you guys don't know, Jesse blocked me on YouTube. But yeah, he probably blocked me on Reddit too, because I was making fun of his napkin reviews on Reddit as well. Reddit is like 4chan light. Oh, Ringlow's our potato. Okay. This is the no-name, I believe, Turkish. The Turkish Dollarama coffee flavored wafer bar. Yeah, it's got to be from Turkey. That's where their other candy bars are from. That is awful. It may be better in a different batch, but Coffee Crisp is always good. Coffee Crisp is fantastic. I probably like it because there's so little chocolate, and I like wafers, and I like coffee. I like my Coffee Crisp. Burnt tobacco? No. No, it's like burnt cereal. Hey, baby girl. Oh, man, I'm so far behind. Oh, nope. There we are. I'm caught up. Come on, playing parking lot mechanic is fun. It's fine until it gets you evicted. I don't want to be homeless, and I don't want to be homeless. There's no end to that. And down a car that like, I don't want to take a running car and making it a non-running car. That to me is not acceptable. Especially when, like, the car is a basket case shitbox. I'm perfectly okay with that. My Forester, which is my daily driver, it's very old. It's a daily driver, but it's also a low kilometer, very good example of that vehicle. And that's the way I like to keep it. So I prefer to put my money into the car that I drive all the time and I have a lot of love and respect for, versus a car that I do love and is fantastic and hilarious and everything else, but it is a giant shitbox. It's very rusty. It has moss growing out of it. The paint's hideous. The airbrushing is ridiculous. A bunch of the panels don't match. A lot of the electrics don't work. But it starts and runs every time. It's like, there's no point in throwing a lot of money at something that has not diminished returns, but like, it's not a good enough example to bother fixing unless it actually breaks. And then I'll fix it. And then I'll continue to run it like it's a piece of shit. Yeah, anyway, it is a giant turd. And I'd sell it in a heartbeat for the right amount of money. Whereas my Forester, I literally spent years looking for one in that shape. Mind you, I did spend years looking for the hearse. Literally since I got my license at 17 up until 5 years ago. So what is that? 20 years looking to get a hearse? Not actively the entire time, but yeah, actively I looked for a Gen 1 Forester, the SF5, for I went through an entire car. So I had my Saab, 2001 Saab 9.3, and then I got another Swedish car. I went to auction and picked up the Volvo. So I went from a 2001 to a 2000 Volvo S60, so another Swedish car, and ran that for 4 or 5 years. And in that entire time, I was still looking for a Subaru Forester. And the biggest problem is that the North American ones all had like bad head gasket problems and bad rust problems. And I wanted a JDM one because they had the smaller and more powerful engine and didn't have head gasket issues. I've owned that car, knock on wood, 7 years now, and have not had to do the head gasket on it. But it still had its Subaru problems. And I've fallen behind again. Well, gang, gotta go. Gotta jet. Cheers. Good rest Sunday stream. Sorry, Chris. That was probably 10 minutes ago. Bye. Have a good one, Chris. Take it easy, Chris. Really like the idea of food reviews for Last Suppers. It's a great idea. By the way, Talent's cooking. Yeah. I actually put my hat in the ring with this. I think I mentioned him in the post. He's another Canadian content creator. I said I'd be because he was doing them. He's not a cooking channel at all, but he did. I think of the last two he did. Instead of going to KFC and getting KFC for John Wayne Gacy's last meal, they brought somebody in who isn't a cook, and they made a copycat KFC recipe. And I noticed they did a bunch of things wrong. I didn't really say anything, but on one of his live streams, I was like, hey, if you're going to be doing cooking for those things again, let me know and we can run down some recipes so you're not making your life so fucking difficult. But yeah, he said he'd get back to me, but like I don't think that's too high a priority on his list because those videos didn't do well for him, whereas I have a food channel and having turning around and doing last meals as a concept for a food review. So a food review of someone's last meal would be wouldn't be too bad. Like Gacy had, what was Gacy's last meal? Was it a pound of strawberries and a bucket of chicken? A shame bucket? Yeah. That sort of idea is a good idea. And it wouldn't just have to be serial killers. So it'd be like last meals of whoever. Fucking name it. Serial killers just comes to mind because that's what he did. But could be, fish head congee. Num 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 num. Oh, that Bronco's back. Oh, it's not as nice shape as I thought. It is very orange, though. She does do food reviews. Sally does do food reviews. It's just not as many of them. She mostly does, yeah. She's responding to you. Who is this Jesse you speak of? JP, you know who Jesse is. He's, just food reviews. He should change it to just napkin reviews. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I shouldn't shit talk the guy, but at least it's punching up. But yeah, it bugs me a lot that he's like, he insists that he's a food expert, and then like doesn't know what chutney is or how to pronounce it. He calls it chutney. He may do it for rage bait like I do with Chipotle. I call it Chipotle because I think it's funny. I know it's pronounced Chipotle, but like there's also like the super Mexican way of saying it, and they correct me when I say it. And it's like, fuck off. I don't have a French accent. I don't have a Spanish accent. I talk the way I talk, and that's about it. I can do my best, and that's about it. At least I'm not saying Chipotle or chutney. Oh, I just pulled out, speaking of chutney, I just pulled out chutney and yogurt potatoes for work this week. It's called, I think Drew mentioned it at some point. I don't know if Drew's still here. Chat. I should have fucking bought the sprinkles. There's like fried chickpea flakes and stuff that you can put on them to give it an added crunch. But yeah, just hot potatoes and chutney with yogurt. It's really fucking good. Thinking of checking out the Hooters in Toronto, but I don't want to look like a peeping Tom. I want to try the wings. Do they have a Hooters now? We used to have, I think, 2 here in Calgary. I used to go in for their steak sandwich, because I think their steak sandwich was like $10 on Wednesday or something like that. And like the cheapest their wings would get would be like $15 a pound. But I guess you're paying all that extra money because they shake the dip and makes the boobies go bloober doober doopty. But I went there for the food, not for the entertainment, shall we say. Which sounds really stupid, but yeah, I went there for the food. I always thought the orange like little fucking shorts were gross. Did not do it for me. I would definitely go to Hooters with you. We don't have Hooters here anymore. Their breaded wings are actually pretty good. They're ridiculous overpriced, but they are pretty good. Homeless, definitely no butts. I myself never had Hooters wings. Always heard that they were good. Yeah, really good wings for not super duper cheap, but they are cheap. The fried chicken as well. I know everybody does not believe me. I almost did it today, but then like I found all these things that I wanted to try. I was going to do 7-Eleven fried chicken today. Their fried chicken and their wings, like their breading on their chicken is so good. And I don't know how they're cooking them, but they stay nice and juicy on the inside, and they're super crunchy on the outside, and they're always like super hot and really fucking good. Their pizza sucks donkey balls, but their wings and their fried chicken is really good. And yeah, I had their hot dog for the first time like 2 years ago, and that wasn't too bad at all. I didn't eat hot dogs since I was like, how old was I? I think I was 7, 6. My parents had the summer of hot dogs. Stop me if you've heard this story. Probably not. Not a whole lot of people have seen that video. The summer of hot dogs. It was the summer right before my parents got their separation / divorce, whatever. They got divorced or they made the announcement of their separation on Christmas Day after all the presents were opened, because they thought that was a good idea. Anyways, fucking hot dogs. It didn't completely kill it for me, but it sent me on like the downward spiral to end all downward spirals of food that I don't like eating. That's kind of how bananas happened with me. I was way too young, and my grandmother kept feeding me bananas, and I was fucking grossed out by them. And still to today, like I can't stand the smell of bananas. Anyways, hot dogs. We had them twice a day. So for breakfast we had cereal, cold cereal, or toast. If we had my grandmother's bread, like she was the best at making bread. I have not yet had white bread like her white bread. And I will stop and eat at just about every bakery I come across, because I'm like a crackhead, except with bread, searching for that bell ring of bread. Sounds so stupid, but she had the best bread. So yeah, breakfast was fairly normal. Breakfast cereal of sorts. Usually something that was low sugar because my mom wouldn't even let me eat cookies. And then lunchtime, hot dogs. And then dinner time, hot dogs. And it was like that every day from June to August. Every fucking day. And that was the first summer that I actually, we would dig for clams. We didn't have mussels on that beach, but we had clams and quahogs, bar clams, so the larger hard shell ones. There was like the occasional oyster that was there, but like not enough to get excited about. You'd only get like one. But they had a lot of snails, sea snails. And what are they called? Whelks. Sea snails are called whelks. We call it escargot. Technically it wasn't escargot because escargot is a land snail in France, but a whelk is a sea snail. So we had sea snails. And I fell in love with snails. my utter resentment for hot dogs led to me eating sea snails, and I love snails. They're actually fantastic. We also had a lot of lobster, like a ridiculous amount of lobster, and I don't like lobster because we had it like all the fucking time. We had clams all the time too, but I like clams. Don't necessarily like lobster. I'll eat it. I'm not paying any amount of money for it. You can give it to me for free and I'll eat it. And I may or may not complain about it. But I will not pay any amount of money for lobster. It is not worth it. Yeah, so we had hot dogs every day. And then after that, it was like every time I would have a hot dog, I would be like, ugh, I don't want to be eating this, to the point of like at some point in time around 11 or 12, 13, I started just turning it down. I was like, I'm not eating that. But yeah, didn't eat hot dogs, even though like that's a lot of people's like favoritist food, or you know, it not favoritist, but like, you know, it wasn't shoved in your face twice a day. Like that's just too much. That's way too much. Especially for a family that has an issue with cholesterol. Plus, that's got to be like accumulation of gout. Thankfully, I've never had gout. Ben has. I'm sorry, Ben. That has got to be awful. But yeah, I think probably 2 years ago I did a video of my first time having hot dogs, and I had hot dogs for the whole day, which I started off at 7-Eleven, and then that was the second time the Whistle Dog came out at A&W, which I saw several people had the moldy bun from... hold on one sec here. Several people had a moldy bun from A&W, which was not great. Ridiculous. Yeah, there was one reviewer. He's actually not done any reviews since. He got a moldy bun from a Whistle Dog when that came out, like, whatever, a while ago. And then he didn't do a review after that. He was doing regular reviews. It was actually pretty good. But yeah. And then for dinner I had Fat Burger, chili dog. Was it Fat Burger? I think I had another one as well. I think I had Five Guys. Five Guys was stupid. I don't like picking my own toppings. I don't like going somewhere and be like, okay, this is exactly what I want. Especially when I'm reviewing food. It's like, okay, I'm going to get everything exactly the way I want it, so it comes out the way I want it. No, I want options. Like Phillies. Phillies, you can go to Phillies and get a Philly hot dog, or you can get a Chicago dog, or you can get a poutine dog. Don't like that shit. Don't like having to go into like Harvey's. Like, I will say, you just make it however you want to make it, and I will eat it. Chef's choice. You make it, I'll eat it. I will judge you for whatever you put on it, but I don't want to be making these decisions. Like, I am fairly capable that I can go to the store and pick up a pack of hot dogs and even some bread to wrap it in and fucking cook it at home and put whatever condiments I want on it, probably better condiments that you have. Like, I don't understand why I'm paying $6 for a hot dog and I still have to make the choices of the shit that I want on it. Yeah. The subwayification of restaurants, or that style of restaurant, bugs me, and I usually don't choose to go to them to do reviews because I don't like that model. I don't like it. Right. Like, I really don't want to turn it into a channel where I get food, I put it on the table, and I hit it with a hammer. I don't want to get to that point. And in reviewing a bunch of food that I don't like, that's why I don't do everything that Tim Hortons comes out with. But every once in a while, I gotta get a grilled cheese and shit on their head. Sorry about the Christmas. Yeah, you'd think I'd be over it, like nearly 40 years on, but no, I still don't like Christmas because it brought out it constantly brought out their shittiness every Christmas. They weren't or when they got divorced. They're still not grown adults. Like, my dad is a little more mature, but my mom still isn't. But yeah. Hot doggy yikes. Why do you drive around in a hearse? Perhaps you already told your viewers. Odd and unique. So the hearse, Ghostbusters. I to the people that understand, that is the reason. Ghostbusters. Some people need more explanation than that. So yeah, when I was a kid, I loved the Ghostbusters, and the Ghostbusters have before you purchase it, it's a combination ambulance hearse in a car form. Back then, anyways, what they used, which was a Superior coachwork Cadillac, and so theirs was a hearse with jump seats, or not a hearse. It's a hearse ambulance that was an ambulance, and it had jump seats. Jump seats are just fold-away seats that are in the back, where either A, the Kennedy hearse had jump seats, so you could have passengers in the back with the casket, or in the case of an ambulance, you can have jump seats in the back to be on either side of the gurney, to take care of the sick and injured. So, yeah, I loved Ecto 1. And I saw my first hearse on the road and realized that, like, people can own them. They didn't just drive them into the ground and or buried them when they were done using them. Like, somebody actually had one. When I first saw that, I think I was maybe 10, and then I was like, I'm getting one. And then when I got my license, pretty much I was looking for old hearses. I also have a fascination with ambulances and not so much with police cars. Not that there's anything wrong with the Vickies. Like, they are good cars. I want an ambulance as like a traveling office, for both work and being able to go out of town and have somewhere to do editing kind of on the go as a fairly... I would have to be extremely picky with what I choose for an ambulance, but yeah, I do want to get out of my hearse that I have right now, because it is not very a lot of things are wrong with it. Even though it's fun and it works and it's reliable, not a lot of things work. And I fear that it's not reliable, even though it's been extremely reliable. I want something newer. And if I want to drive it in the winter, I could drive it in the winter because it would have heat or AC. What I really want is Fleetwood or Brom from from about 2006 to 2010, the North Star Cadillac engine, which I would rather enjoy having. Hello, Kevin. And yeah, have that, not necessarily as a daily, but it'd make it easier to haul around tools and shit, as like a work car. And also it would be more insurable. JDM cars, at least here in Alberta, you can only have them as PLPD cars, or what is it, like no fault accident. Like if I get in an accident, I'm fucked. If somebody breaks into my car, I'm fucked. Like literally fucked. So my Skyline, which is a $40,000 car, like I can sell it today for $40,000. If I get in an accident, completely fucked. $0, I get nothing. And people are like, why don't you drive it? Well, it's a $40,000 gamble. Like, it was great when it was a $10,000 car and there was a lot of them around. Now there's fucking none around, and it's worth a shitload of money. It's worth even more in parts. Like, that car, if you sat down and parted that car out, it's over $100,000 in parts. So it's worth more, literally as scrap, than it is to turn around and sell it today. Anyways, so yeah, I want to get a newer hearse because I can insure it and put my tools in it, and if somebody breaks in and takes my tools, I can go to insurance and be like, somebody stole my tools. Right now I cannot do that, so I'll be fucked if they steal my tools, and I'll be fucked if I stole my car. But I do love my JDM cars. I just wish I could buy proper insurance for them, but you cannot. Anyways, yeah, I don't remember what the hot dog video was called. Gout is no fun. Indeed, most unfortunate. Oh, JP remembers the hot dog video. Yeah, I think it was, I don't think it went on a playlist. I think you'd have to search Talentless Cooking hot dog, because I think it's the only time I had hot dogs. But it was also, I think, one of the first times where I was trying to integrate audio with the AI. It was a weird transition period where I was trying to transition. I wasn't sure if that was thunder or the building cracking. What was I trying to say? Oh, it was transitioning from AI to trying to integrate some audio to make it more interesting because I hadn't exactly figured out how screen cap works. And I was also so I'm very torn on not as much, but I was torn on the fact that coming up with your own ideas for AI, yes, AI uses a lot of power, but it's also a tool that you can use personally as a way to be creative, even though you may not have the talents necessary. Like, talentless doesn't come from anywhere. I am a completely talentless person. I'm an extremely good cook, but that's a skill I learned. Drawing, I tried a lot at. I tried a lot at music. I'm bad. I'm bad at all of these things. And AI allows me to at least get slightly better in these areas and at least learn. I know it's a horrible thing that is ruining the earth, and I wish it wasn't, but it is. Anyways, I didn't like the idea of stealing things, so I kind of came up with my own set of rules of what to steal, and it is of the following. Don't steal from creators. Like, yeah, don't steal from people on the internet. Steal from corporations, steal from collective art, being movies, television, that sort of thing, but don't steal from people, real people. You know, so like I won't go over to Sally's channel or Drew's channel without talking to them about it first and be like, hey, I want to take a clip of this and use it for this, which I will do, and I have done. Just about any clip I've taken from somebody, I have at least said, hey, I am taking your content and you have this long to protest. Nobody said no yet. Somebody did say maybe not, because I don't think they fully understood what I wanted to do. So I just abandoned the project whatsoever, completely. What is going on here? Oh, you gifted memberships? Thank you, Spider. That's freaking awesome. Here I am rambling and not noticing things are happening. Yeah, Sally, when you went to the museum and there was the Ghostbusters car there, I always get giddy when I see a hearse. Like I could be meeting a celebrity. Seeing a hearse is it gets me excited, like a kid seeing a fire truck for the first time. But my dad was a firefighter, so I got to ride in fire trucks all the time, and they do not interest me. But hearses are so fucking cool. I actually I keep bugging my buddy who's a policeman in Calgary Police Service. I want to go down and I want to see that. Can't remember what it's called. It's something like Flying Canoe. It's a. They named it something about. What is it? The canoe that takes you to heaven, but it's from some sort of native lore of some. Man, my brain just fucking melted there. Those were barely words. I know what I'm trying to say. Yeah, the canoe that takes you to the afterlife. But yeah, I wanted to go see, because it's an old Econoline van with the Lansdowne bars on the side, and I assume there's rollers on the inside, but like it's a completely different setup from hearses. And I'm very against the minivan hearse. I'm not necessarily against the suburban hearse, but I like the limousine car hearses the most. They mean the most to me. Anyways, old school ambulances are cool as hell. You can do a lot with them. Yeah, I like the box truck ones. I don't necessarily like diesel. Diesel kind of scares me. I kind of want an LT variant, if that means anything to you. I do also like the Econolines, but I'm a little is it skeptical? Skeptical the word I want to say? Yeah, slightly skeptical of like the Econoline line of engines, even though like there are tons of them and they are fairly reliable. I feel the LT is just more reliable. Got a sack of Old Dutch. Old Dutch what? What do you got? I rather enjoy Old Dutch chips. Not necessarily these, or barbecue of any kind. Dill pickle's definitely my favorite. Like the creamy dill ridges is the closest you can get to the box variant. I don't know if you get the box chips out there. When I lived on the East Coast, you could not get box chips. You could only get them out in the prairies here. But yeah, Old Dutch, box, dill pickle were the best. The absolute best. Cover Bridge are now the best of the dill pickle chips, in my opinion. You didn't know I was rich? I had the Skyline since you were able to import it, so I've had it for 20 years. In 2 months, I've had it for 20 years. And the hearse, I got that for next to nothing and had to throw a bunch of parts at it and fix a bunch of electrical issues to get it on the road. But that cost me next to nothing because that was like pre-COVID panic selling. So I got it for $1,800. And yeah. So that was cheap. And the Skyline I got for I think $8,000. But it appreciated in value over 20 years. So, you know. Caviar flavored, crab flavor. Yeah, and sour cream with herb. Sour cream with herb is actually really good. Caviar kind of tastes a little sweet. It was strange. Strange to be like it doesn't taste fishy. It almost tastes sweet, like a vanilla wafer or something. Or what did I say? It was like a vanilla Oreo without the cream. Gonna gift you my YouTube gifted jewels. I don't know why I got them, but perhaps they may be of value to you. Oh, thank you, Sally. Sent gold coin, 10 jewels. Chili, 6 jewels. I don't know what they do. This is my first time seeing them. But thank you. What are they? Those chilies are spice. Hey Elijah, I think the jewels are worth a couple of dimes Canadian, but TC definitely is entertaining. I subscribed to him after seeing him in one of your chats. Oh, is that where you came from? I had no idea until you mentioned you knew her. Kevin's got a membership. JP's got a membership. Victoria 420. I don't know who that is, but hello, Victoria. Julia Davidson. Hello to you. I didn't know you were there either. And Shantae Moore, hello to you. Yes, welcome all members. Spider doling them all out right now. We all members, thanks to you. Yeah, did that video do well for you? The dollar store chocolate? Did you try this one? This one and 4 Fun came out. 4 Fun was pulled, but this one came out. This one tastes like burning. Like burning cereal. It's awful.